was thinking about going to the hospital tonight. Or last night, whatever it is. I've just been very agitated by some stuff. Feel a little disrespected. This is all in the wake of the quote I used. And it seems so appropriate now. For those that don't know, the quote was by, I believe, Mel Robbins, and Not Easy Being Wheezy stole it. Well, you know, you just in her profiles and stuff. There will always be someone who cannot see your worth. Don't let it be you. Such a good quote. I know I said that recently, but I was able to distract myself, and I would like to think calm down a bit. These are dramatic pauses, by the way. They're not just me not knowing what to say. I know what to say, I'm just trying to figure out how to say it. I wasn't feeling very safe, so to speak. I was not a danger to myself or others, but I just didn't feel comfortable. I felt like something was wrong that I couldn't figure out what it was. I've had that feeling before. And I feel a bit undervalued, underappreciated after all the things I agreed to with my life and whatnot. I say agreed to because they were my decisions. I didn't really have a choice. So why am I obsessing about it? There's nothing that can be done about it. Is it really worth the energy? Apparently I thought it was. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I should have went though, because like I feel like I could have went there and just told them I just needed a silent room to sit and think in. Hopefully I would have been able to go there and then leave in the morning. I don't think it quite works that way though. It probably doesn't work that way. I don't know how I'm gonna fill up this remaining 6 minutes of this video. I haven't posted in a few days, approximately 4, if you want to look at it like that. I don't have a lack of ideas, I have a lack of motivation. There's certain moods that I want to be in for certain videos, and I can't seem to get out of this mood. How am I supposed to go to other moods if I can't get out of this one? I try to listen to some music, all my emo songs not by emo artists, and put it that way, or bands for that matter. Well, I was checking out BetterHelp a little bit. I feel like, not that there's anything wrong with the services I get, but I feel like I needed something more immediate. I could have paid for it, but didn't really want to, but I could have. could have been crazy too. I don't know. Or crazier. Who's keeping track though? I should get a haircut tomorrow. Maybe I need to pamper myself. Maybe like a spa day. How about that? You know when you find out something about someone that you never expected, and then like this happened to me, and I just sit there and wonder why did I idolize that person? Why did I not think they were human too, with their own problems, their own lives, with their own choices that sometimes they don't have a choice in? I don't know. Maybe I was too caught up in myself. But as of right now, I think I need to start putting myself first, even for a little bit. Maybe not constantly, but a little bit. I think it would do me some good. I don't know. I was hoping things would be different. And once all the decisions were made, or forced, that things would settle down. But you can't change people who don't want to change. You can only hope they want to change eventually. But I think we all need to realize that may never happen. It's just so I don't know how to describe it. I remember there was this time during the pandemic where I was starting to realize that like I probably had to go to the hospital during the pandemic. And I did some research, and for some reason I didn't realize a hospital would be the bad place to stay during a pandemic. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because I was ready to go. Like honestly, like someone I was talking to, she said she could hear it in my voice that I had nothing left in the tank. It was bone dry, completely empty. I don't know what my tank is like now. I wish I did, but I don't. I remember I mentioned this story in my books, and probably on here at some obscure video over the years. You guys realize I've been doing this like for more than 5 years at this point, and I still haven't gotten 1,000 subs. Like I did take breaks in all fairness, so when you take a long break like that, you tend to lose some subscribers, because why would they subscribe to you if you're not putting any content out? But the story, I was in my 1990 Nissan Stanza. At the time, I think it had like 100,000 miles, maybe. I was still in high school, and I don't remember what grade it was. Obviously I was 16, so probably sophomore, junior year, or whatever. So technically that was 2000, 2001. I did what I usually do. I can't remember what the weather was like, because that would explain why I put my car in the garage. So I put my car in the garage. Obviously I had to open the garage door to do that. And I closed the garage. It's usually something I don't do because then I have to walk all the way around the house to get to the front door. The back door was always locked. Supposed to be at least. And I sat in that car, and the engine was off. And for a split second, I wondered like, what would happen if I just left the engine on? Like, no garage is airtight. I understand that, especially a garage with windows. What would have happened? I think we all know what would happen, but I'm just throwing it out there. It's kind of demoralizing that this, whatever this is going to be something I'm going to struggle with probably the rest of my life. It's not the only thing I'll be doing the rest of my life, unfortunately. If you catch my drift. I would have just passed out. I don't know. Does death hurt? Does anyone know it? Has anyone been dead before and then you just woke back up? Like, I wonder if the soul being ripped out of your body hurts. I don't know. What is that movie, Flatliners? Was that movie? I never saw it, but obviously I know what it's about. You can sort of tell what it's about. I feel like it's one of those trailers that sort of gives everything away. I want to start watching movies again, like in a theater, by myself, like I used to do, especially late at night. But unfortunately, most theaters don't stay open that late nowadays. Obviously. I guess they just weren't making enough money to stay open that late. But I digress. Where did I leave off? I don't remember. And sometimes when I'm recording these videos, right, I don't want them to end because I don't want to go back to what it's like off camera. What it's like in the real world. Where I feel somewhat underappreciated, disregarded, disrespected. Everything's about money. That's a sad reality. I mean, some people will tell you, oh, money doesn't matter. If you have a little or a lot, you always make do. Yes, tell that to all the homeless people that come through the clinic. Yeah, oh, you don't need money. You don't need a roof over your head. To an extent, of course, there are necessities. But some people don't have those necessities. And I was willing to throw all the ones I had away. And more than that, obviously. So I sat in my car, right? In the garage. The garage door was closed, all the windows were closed as usual. And I don't know, it was a weird moment. It was like, I don't think I had my hands on the keys, but they were still in the ignition. And I just kind of froze and sat there. And wondered, what would happen? What would it be like? And tonight, whatever, sometimes I wonder whether I was supposed to walk away from that fire or not. Maybe because of that fire, I'm in a coma right now. And when I wake up, all of this will cease to exist. It would just be me waking up in the hospital, like a regular hospital. Waking up in the hospital, right? And there'll be zombies everywhere. And I don't know. Sort of like that theory that we're all a part of the dream of some creator. And when the creator wakes up, we all cease to exist. Sort of like that. There's a name for that. I forget what it's called, that theory. I've just been if I had to put a word to it, if I couldn't use the word depressed and I had to pick a different word, I'd probably say just sad. It's not that I don't find joy in things, it's just I'm very unmotivated. And surprisingly, none of this is affecting any of the productive stuff in my life. It's just, it's hard to relax. It's hard to have fun. It feels like I'm needed, but that's all I'm needed for, to be needed. And I just feel bad saying stuff like this. Like I don't feel gratitude coming back to me. Like I get it. I have a roof over my head and food in my belly, of course. But doesn't a person need more than the basic necessities? Food, shelter, clothing? What do you call it? Love and security? Is that what it is? Just like that song, I asked you this. What is love? Love comes in many forms. I've been thinking about, take your pick of 13 X's. I've been thinking about, I would say a couple of them, like, not so much like what are they up to, or are they happy right now? Did they move on? Or, do they even exist anymore? And I don't know what it is, but I can't even think how many out of the 13 relationships I was in. It had to be a majority of them where they would ask me for closure. And I'm like, if I don't have closure, why would I give it to you? I didn't get the closure I wanted. Nobody does. Like, why would you ask someone for closure when nobody gets closure? People who know they don't have it, they ask for it, but they're not really expecting it back. They're just saying that to make themselves feel better. I don't want to say they're playing the victim, but it's just like, you know how like when someone gets mad, or you're mad at someone, or they're mad at you, etc., whatever combinations, they disregard how much you helped them when you didn't have to, how much you tried to be a good person. And again, it's like, why do you think you deserve closure? I don't think I deserve closure. I think I just need an enormous amount of time between breakups. But that's not even true either. Just recently, I just I don't feel whole. You know what I mean? I don't feel complete. I don't think I've ever felt that way. Because I can't reminisce about it. I can't be like, oh, that's what that felt like if I never felt it before. I don't know. I remember there's this one book I read, right? It's about a girl with an eating disorder. And she hated mirrors for obvious reasons. Because she would always find something to nitpick about or say she doesn't like about. And it was an endless struggle. When she went somewhere to stay, I think it was with a friend and her family or something like that. I forget what circumstances brought her there, but she looked into her friend's mirror, like a full body mirror. And she said that she didn't think she looked fat in that mirror. It's pretty crazy, huh? I believe it though. I think that's very possible. It's like looking at something in a different light, in the same light, or vice versa. I just haven't been able to concentrate on things. I mean, am I somewhat high function? I'm a high functioning depressed person. I haven't had trouble at work. Nothing unusual. There was an Asian mother and a son who came in, and I wasn't in as bad shape as he appeared to be, the son, but the mom was borderline hysterical. And the son had a lot more problems. I think he was on the spectrum, and he was experiencing hallucinations and voices. I think they said some thought blocking as well, which I didn't even know what that was until recently. I should have went tonight, but I'm sort of glad I didn't. At the same time, I didn't want to waste my whole weekend there. Because there's nothing for me to recover from. It's just the way it is. And I know it's kind of weird to say, the sooner I accept it, the sooner I'll be happier. I don't think it works that way. It might work that way for some other people, but not me. Because I'm special. I'm just I wouldn't exactly say I'm under stress. It seems like there's endless ways to describe it, yet I can't just pick one. Oh, by the way, for BetterHelp, I used the code. There was a question that asked, how did you discover BetterHelp, or where did you hear about it from? The code I put down was from Elena Fender. That's who I said I heard BetterHelp from. For those of you that don't know, Elena Fender is also Elena Joy. Hilarious YouTuber. She says she's on Instagram because that's where all the magic happens. It's probably where she makes most profit, I assume. But she's been on YouTube a long time, man. She's I don't know how to phrase this, but she was straight, and then she came out as bisexual, and then she came out again as a lesbian. That's a lot of coming outs. She seems happy now though. Her girlfriend has not made the reveal onto her camera in her recordings. I don't think she has, at least. I'd be very curious of what she looked like. I don't really know her type, to be honest. And I don't know if this was a recent thing, because like in the entire time I've been following Brienne Worth, she's only started to mention recently, regularly, that she's lesbian. And I was wondering, was I supposed to gather that from all the previous times? And I just felt like, was it obvious? Because I mean, I couldn't tell. I suspected it, but I couldn't tell. I didn't think she was just straight, so to speak. But yeah, I knew she's a nonconformist. As much as you can be a nonconformist on YouTube. But I think she's like traveling the world now, which is cool. Good for her. Yeah, she's way younger than me. I'm way older than her. And she's getting all these life experiences, collecting them like a collection. Collecting them like a collection, okay? I didn't get this job that I applied for. I didn't really care about the job, but I still, I still wanted to do my best and see if I can make it to the second set of interviews. I didn't, and I usually get interviewed pretty well. Usually do pretty well on my interviews, and I was surprised. So maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. But it was weird. It was like, I'm used to when I do get an interview to be offered a job, at least an offer. But I guess they didn't see what they wanted in me. Maybe I did not fit their criteria. I don't know why I think about this a lot, but there's one time this ever happened to me in my entire life. So you know how when you cry, like, sometimes you can gradually feel it coming on, but I'm pretty sure this only happened to me one time that I can remember. It probably happened to me when I was a baby or something. I was going through a breakup, and I was in the car, and it's like I lost control, not of the car, of course, but myself, and I just burst into tears. As cliche as that sounds, who just bursts into tears, but that's what happened to me, and I never had that feeling before. It's like I was trying to think of something else, but the more I was thinking about it, the less I tried thinking about it, the more I was thinking about it, and that was not good. It was like I had no control over my emotions at that time, and first time and only time that's ever happened to me. It was awesome. It was almost like I shut down, or like I was erratic, or I don't know. It was just I didn't think I was losing control. I thought I was realizing that I lost a part of me. The part that had the good times, even if they were few and far between. There's always at least some good times, because like, why else would you be with that person? Why would you start a relationship with someone you have good times with? Just have a good time with in general, on a regular basis. This video is half an hour long right now. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Like I said, I should get a haircut. Right? It's a little bit too long right now. Can you guys see the gray? Yeah, it's there. Just trust me, it's there. I mean, it's not like I hate my life or anything. I can see why other people would hate it, though. Not that I'm like stronger or more special than other people. It's just to the world, you might just be somebody. But to somebody, you might be the world. I start a quote book. I should make up all these quotes and say they're like, they like create epiphanies. They create irony. They're humorous. It would be called quote book. And what it would be called puzzles. And the puzzle is, why is this book called Puzzles? Okay, I'm getting a little rambling right now, but I'm not really tired. It's like almost 5 a.m. right now. That whole thing with the Asian mom, the Asian son. I don't know, man. It's not that it bothers me, it's that I still think about it. I'm kind of conflicted about what my emotions should be, or should have been. I didn't know what to tell her. Her English was really good, but I did start off speaking to her in Cantonese, as much as I can, of course. And she was not a happy person. She's not a happy mother. And so what happened was some people feel like when they get hospitalized by someone else's actions, or concern for that matter, it's like a betrayal. And you can't really think like this person had my best interest in mind. Like something like that. But you're just, I don't think people realize how, insert negative word here, being in a behavioral health hospital can be. Let's just say this is not my first rodeo. How about that? But just hit home a little bit. I'll probably never see them again. Not that I need to know what happened. I mean, I can hope what happened was he would have gotten some help. The sad part is he was just released from the hospital, and then he was going back in. I don't know why it went down like that. Maybe he overstayed his welcome, or there's a certain number, a time period where he could only qualify for. Because you can't fucking stay there forever. Like, it's like a revolving door, man. Like, it just feels like that door doesn't revolve fast enough. There's only so many beds. There's only so much space. It's not exactly the happiest place to be. We try to make the best of it. Try to talk to some people. I would not recommend staying in contact with those people, but that's just me. I will also say that a lot of people there are dirty, as in they have germs and other stuff. Just saying, people don't realize that unless, like, you weren't really thinking, were you? I mean, like, it's pretty rational thinking if you think about it. Like, why did that not cross their mind? Maybe because you didn't want it to cross their mind. You wanted to think the place you were at was productive, was good, was rewarding. It will reform you. That's what you hoped about that place. And what did you get? You just got a place with a lot of people who had problems. A lot of fucked up problems. But then you look at yourself and you're like, what the fuck am I doing there? This might be phrased wrong, but you start thinking, wow, I'm no better than there. I've said this multiple times. In regards, I'm starting to realize that people just not just exes or girlfriends. If you can't trust them with money, how are you supposed to trust them with anything else? And I hate to say the world is like that, but the world is like that. Even when they admit that, like, they owe you money, they just want to disregard it. And then begs the question, like, why in the fuck are you contacting me again then? Like, if you're contacting me again to give me my fucking money, then that's a lot different, isn't it? But it's never the latter. There's always a primary where you're seeking closure. I mean, I would assume closure has positive connotations to it. But I don't know. If I've never gotten closure before, how do I know how to give it to someone? But I guess I wouldn't start somewhere, right? I'm just I'm surprised I haven't had to pause the recording yet. For those long-time viewers of this channel, you know what that means. Did you ever feel so sad that you didn't know how to feel sad? At least at the moment. I don't know. I don't know what that's called. I've lost so many people. Not just the death, but other factors and situations. It's just completely normal. I don't think people realize that. The older you get, the more people you're gonna see die. And there'll be nothing you can do about it. I just wasn't expecting to see so many of those people so early in life. Maybe painfully early. But that's how it goes sometimes. Unfortunately. And then, like, this is just what I do. I think about past interactions, and I don't know. It might sound silly. I just wonder, like, what would that person say to me if they're right in front of me right now, whether in ghost form or not? What would they say? You know what I sort of want them to say? Especially if it was someone I was, or recently, or way in the past, romantically involved with. I've always wondered whether they would say, "You are enough." As in, you were enough to make me happy while I was still around. I don't know. I don't think. You know how they say the grass is always greener on the other side? Sometimes I feel like it's more like an oasis. As in, the grass is greener in the oasis, but around that oasis is nothing but sand. Nothing but nothing. Just hills and hills of sand in a desert. I mean, the oasis has water in it, but they kind of suck there. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I wonder if this is some of the stages of grief. I've begun to wonder, like, do I even know what acceptance is? Do I even want to know? Will it give me closure? I can think of 3 people right now who took advantage of my kindness, took advantage of what I thought was right, and that's why I did what I did, because it was the right thing to do. And I know it's bad to expect something in return, but it's like, what the fuck did I do with it? What the fuck happened? What did I get out of it? And I draw a blank every time. It's like, I didn't have to help you out the way I did. I'm like, this is what I get in return. It's like, some people seem like they can say thanks one time and they don't have to even think about saying thanks again or in the future, or showing some sort of gratitude, not necessarily by words. But hey, I did have someone say to me semi recently, "You're so nice." She actually said that a few times. I just don't understand how other people don't see that. Not that I want a reward or anything, or a medal or something, keys to the city. Sometimes I just want gratitude, where gratitude is due. And unfortunately, actions speak louder than words. I found out a couple of my exes actually went back to someone in their past. And they're still with them now. And I'm not exactly sure how to feel about that, because it's like, so what the fuck was I, like, was I temporary? I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, they're still together, but I don't remember how I found out those things. Maybe it was on Facebook, which I don't use anymore. Maybe it was, I don't know, some other social media. I stopped using Facebook. Like, every once in a while I'll log in, like, just to see what my notifications are, but I'm not in the mood to be posting anything on there. Facebook owns Instagram. That'll be fine. Looks like this is going to be another hour video. How about that? I would like to think people just pop in and out of the video, skip around a section, see what it might be entertaining to them, and just focus on those only, instead of watching the whole video. Now, I don't expect anyone to watch the majority of these videos. Like, to an extent, am I just venting? I mean, like, yes, but to another extent, I'm hoping someone can get something from these ramblings. Maybe it'll help someone. Maybe just another word, just like help. When did I become so jaded? Well, I don't know. I just don't know where my place is. I've said this before. I don't know where I belong, if anywhere. And the good thing about that is you can say you're unique. You can look at it in a positive light. But at the same time, so we tried the Genshin community. We tried the femboy community. What's next? I said that before. I know very recently I said that before. I don't know. I'm not really looking for one right now. But do I want one? I sort of do, yeah. Just as silly as it sounds, to know that I matter. That someone out there gives a shit. I'm sorry for the somberness of this video, but like, in all fairness, I did say I should have went to the hospital tonight. Nothing was gonna happen, but like I said, I just didn't feel safe. It's not that I thought I was gonna do something stupid. It was that I would want to, because that's usually what brings it upon. And I didn't want that to happen. I don't want to go out like that, if that makes any sense. I don't, I want to go out in a blaze of gunfire, in a blaze of glory. It's just, there has to be more than this. Somewhere out there, there's more than this. And I'm afraid I'm never going to find it, because I'll be stuck here. I'm just, I've been saying I'm just a lot. Just not happy. I've said it before so many times. Believe it or not, I'm earnestly trying to be happy. I'm earnestly trying to look on the bright side of things. I just feel like there's no bright side in these situations. And what in the afterlife, will my kindness be rewarded? Hate is such a strong word. I like to think I don't hate people, but I hate certain situations, certain dilemmas that I'm involved in. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. So I'm gonna write all these quotes down and use them. It'll be like, which one of these are cliches? And at the last page of the book, it will be all of them. You think as an English major with an English degree, a bachelor's in English, I'd be able to think up more, better stuff to talk about than this stuff. Or if anything, I should be writing about it. I'm still working on the book. Chill. Just chill. I'm still working on it. Like I said, there was probably not going to be done when I wanted it to be done before July, when my 40th birthday comes. Yeah, I said 40th, yeah. No, I wonder, like, if I did go to the hospital, would I drive there? Would I have called an ambulance? I think I was pretty close to driving there, and then just going inside. Obviously not in the emergency room, but I would just tell them I don't feel safe. They'd probably just put me in that fucking room that I'm way too familiar with, and that'd be that. I hate that room. There's like nothing to do in there. We're talking about the room at the hospital. For those that you don't remember or realize. I think maybe sleeping somewhere else would do me some good. At least for just one night, you know. There's nothing wrong with sleeping here, it's just that I have to sleep here and I have to wake up here over and over again. How boring. No, just that if I had a choice, I say that all the time, but you know, I realize that I don't. I have to do the things that I have to do because that's how I have to do them. And I wish I could make you guys understand that. I don't think you ever will. I want people to find out certain things about me organically. As in, not saying there aren't people that do this, not saying there's not. I mean, in today's day and age, it's common. I want people to find things out about me organically because they actually cared, or they actually went searching for that answer. And it's different though when people gossip and like, where's my fucking view on a YouTube video, man? Where's my sub at? Where's my public watch hour? Where's my link to my merch store? Yo, I'm opening up my own merch store, guys. Like, you send me some money, right? And I'll get you something. Send it to my P.O. box. You guys know my P.O. box, right? I'm sorry, I'm just fucking around. Let me direct you to my Patreon. It's funny because it's true. It'd be crazy if I had a P.O. box. Dude, I would be afraid to open some of those packages, man. I'm not saying I made a lot of enemies, but sometimes it feels like I made a lot of enemies. Or at least frenemies. It's like, what would they even send me? Am I supposed to... What the fuck is Throne? Like, what the fuck is... All I know is Amazon wishlist. I don't know anything else. It's my Amazon wishlist is empty. I think my P.O. box is empty. I haven't even rented one yet. I haven't even bought one. How does it work? You pay like a monthly fee or something? There's a UPS store nearby. Just saying. They have mailboxes there. I wonder if that's for smaller stuff. Like, if you're getting packages over and over, like, did you have to pick them up from somewhere sometime? Yeah, I'm getting a P.O. box, and like every once in a while I'll send myself motivational stuff and be like, whoa, thank you to you for sending me this. Yeah, I should probably get something to eat. I have not been eating well. Have not been sleeping well. I wouldn't say I'm unhealthy right now. I'm saying I don't even know. Insert some negative emotion there. Hashtag. There's a little mini poster I have on the wall. It says, I don't hate you for failing. I love you for trying. There were so many times I need to hear that. I didn't get a variation of it, let alone the whole completeness of it. I need to hear that so many times. Maybe life would have been a little bit different if I did. But who knows? Could have went the same way. Just because there's two roads and one is less traveled doesn't mean they don't intersect at some point. Think about it. What if you're taking different roads, right? But they all lead to the same place? It depends whether the earth is flat or not. Because, like, we might fall off the edge, you know? You can go too far. I'm playing with my ring right now. My little clad elf ring. You know the story behind that. I would love to. I wish that whole story and the scene was recorded so I could relive it over and over. It was just when you say or do nice things for people, especially when they don't expect it, it's always nice to. I know I said this before, but like when you see their heart melt, when you see them so overwhelmed by your kindness that they don't know how to react because they weren't expecting that. Because a lot of people out there, they expect certain things to go certain ways, but I mean, is it always negative? I hope not. We're over an hour. I haven't been using the dating apps much at all. I feel like if I'm looking for someone with stability in their life, I need to be stable first myself. I mean, I thought emotionally I was stable for the most part. Oh yeah, I'm on a streak, guys. I don't know if you realize this, but I think I was first hospitalized when I was like 19, 20. Not 19, 20 the year, but 19 years old or 20 years old. I'm not that old. And like, I think I've been hospitalized like maybe, I don't know, maybe, I think it was more than 5. But if I went during the pandemic, this streak would not exist. By all rights, this streak should have ended tonight. I just, I don't know what I did or what I distracted myself with. I was able to continue the streak. I think people don't realize when they're earnestly not trying to be offensive or mean or whatever, when they come off that way, it's like you don't want to look on the bright side. You want to be mad. You want to be offended. And I'm pretty sure, actually. I was about to say I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's not the right way to go about things, to look at things in the world, etc. 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 Kudos if you know where that's from. Just saying. Yeah, I need to watch some YouTube or some shit right now to get my mind off the shit. No, there was a long time where I wondered, do I like being depressed? Do I like people being sorry for me? I still wonder that. I would hope the answer is no, but you know. There's all this stuff on a wall that you guys can't see because, like, the camera is not panoramic, Yo, ZV2 is coming out. I don't know when, but it's coming out. It'll be interesting. I'll see if I have to upgrade or not. Then maybe I can finally take my ZV1 like out with me instead of staying in the same spot it's always been in. Alright guys, as much as I don't want to, I'll call it quits for tonight. I'm glad I made it through though without, not going to the hospital or whatever. Not exactly the happiest or cleanest place to be right now, even now. There's some people out there who still wear masks. I was thinking about going back to one actually, because I don't know if I can look at people. Or, technically this would be breathe on them. I don't want to breathe the same air as some people. I'll bottle my own air. Just like my bath water and sell it. Who's gonna buy it? I don't know. That would be my merch store. I'll just get some tap water, right? Put like some soap in it. And I'll just bottle it up and sell it. How do you know it's really bath water from that person? How would you know? Maybe it's a scam. Maybe I'm just a paid actor. Maybe this is all just copium. Maybe I'm simping. Yeah, those are all words you gather from Twitch streaming or watching whatever, YouTube recording, watching a lot of shit over and over. And that yawn means it's time to go. It's the rest of the weekend is still around. We'll see what happens, right? I mean, when you get out, right? So like get out of the hospital or whatever, at that time, I feel like every time you come out, there's a sense of newness. Come out of the hospital, not like come out, Jesus Christ. It's like, I don't want to say you have to start over. I want to say whatever pieces were intact, you make sure they stay intact. And you start putting everything else back together again. It's like when you break down, you have a breakdown. You have to put yourself back together again. Because then it just might happen again. And, some stuff you might not be able to put back in place. So, that's a sad reality though. I don't know how to describe a behavioral health hospital to anyone. I mean, every experience is different for every person. And I think it's becoming a lot more common among people these days. Everyone wants to just medicate everything. That's what one thing I was so disturbed was that there's gotta be a non-medicinal way to deal with ADHD or ADD. Like there's gotta be a way to just not keep throwing medicine out there. But maybe that's too hard. Maybe some people want the easy way out. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's the choice that makes sense. Because if as far as I know, if there's no side effects or no serious side effects, then why not? Just take the fucking pill. If it'll make you happy, it's probably worth doing. If it doesn't, it's probably not worth doing. Alright. This is one of my longest videos in a long time. This like isn't even a recording of any PlayStation shit. I've had some long fucking Genshin videos. Oh, that brings me to this point. This will be the last point I make, I swear. I notice, not just on my channel, but on a lot of other major channels that I do follow, Genshin videos are become less and less popular. It's a shame, but it happens. When the next big character comes out, they'll all be back. Then they'll get bored again. Then they'll come back again. Oh, by the way, C3 New Valette was achieved tonight. Nothing exciting. Went right to soft pity. I mean, this one was guaranteed though, just saying. Which is not necessarily a good thing, because I rather would have won the 50-50. It's the whole point of the 50-50 is you have a 50% chance of winning it. Those are the best odds you can get. Alright, I don't want to stop this recording, because as soon as I stop, I'm going to have to go back to the real world. Not the digital world, but the real world. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry I haven't been uploading, but you know why. Now you know why, at least. Alright. Take care of yourselves and each other.